Quite possibly one of the best features in Starfield is the ability to construct outposts. Outposts not only give you a place to store the metric ton of stuff you're almost compelled to pick up so you're not constantly encumbered, but you can set them up to passively mine resources so you have a full stock of supplies to make more structures and gadgets. You can have quite a few bases scattered around the galaxy, and Starfield actually allows you to link outposts in the same system so you can funnel your resources more efficiently. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the elements of outpost construction that Starfield doesn't exactly spoon feed you so you don't spend hours scratching your head or throwing controllers. We'll also go over the important roles that outposts play in the future and where not to set them up so you don't build your colony on LV-426. So let's get ready to pick a plot of land rich with resources, set up some gun turrets, and get after it. The first step is actually selecting a suitable location, and as you can see from the map footage, we'll be heading to the Cheyenne system in order to find a planet early on that not only doesn't bombard you with solar radiation or frost, but is rich in aluminum, which is one of the resources you'll use quite a bit during construction of equipment for your outpost. The moon of Montera Luna not only has a plethora of resources, but it has quite a bit of wildlife in case you get bored of building and want to find an elevated position to take out local creatures for experience. After zooming in and finding a location that has a fair amount of aluminum and other resources close by, we'll touch down on the planet and look for a good location to plan our outpost. Once you have boots on ground, finding a vein of ore is as simple as opening up your scanner and looking for the ground to light up in the color of the desired resource, which is also displayed on the right side of the scanner hub. Once you've found your starting plot of land, you can place a beacon from the scanner menu to plant your flag of sorts in order to start constructing your outpost. For this particular outpost, we'll need quite a few resources, so if you plant your beacon and realize you're short on a few things, you can always pick some up at Jemison Mercantile in New Atlantis, which should have a small supply of what you're looking for. Or if you're saving up for a new starship, you can do it the old-fashioned way by landing on planets and using your laser cutter. For a basic mining outpost setup, you'll need a minimum of 31 iron, 25 aluminum, 4 beryllium, 3 copper, 3 zero wire, 3 adaptive frames, and 2 tungsten. To start extracting raw materials passively, you'll need to construct an extractor, a source of power such as a solar array, which works well on planets that get a lot of sun, and at least one container matching the resource you're mining so the resources have a place to go. As you can see from the game footage, although all you need is one container for a basic setup to actually make this work, you can create multiple containers once you gather the resources for them. Once the containers are set, all you need to do is create an output link from the mining equipment to your containers, which essentially fills the designated containers with whatever is mined. If you need a resource that doesn't occur on the planet that you put your first outpost on, you can set up a cargo link which can send the resources that you have at this outpost to another designated outpost in the same solar system or vice versa. You also have the ability to organize and move structures within your outpost, as well as make yourself a basic home where you can drop some of your gear and items that are weighing you down so you don't waste too much oxygen running around looking for more stuff to pick up. Once you have more resources beyond just the basic startup supplies, you can create some additional containers which will be needed to receive incoming cargo from other outposts. With a small yet efficient aluminum mining outpost constructed, we'll gather some more resources and head off to another planet in the solar system that has some suitable planetary conditions and some iron we can dig up, which is another basic essential resource for making all sorts of items. All that being said, we'll head over to the planet Kodos, which is rich in iron ore deposits and a suitable place to whip up a quick outpost in order to outline how linking two outposts works so we can push iron to the outpost on Montera Luna. Just like the first outpost, once you find a vein of ore, you can throw down your beacon and whip up a quick shake and bake colony to mine some ore. Once the beacon is in place, you can construct an iron extractor and begin drilling. However, you won't construct a resource container here since you'll be sending all the resources directly to your main outpost. Instead of a resource container, you'll need to construct another cargo link and link the iron ore extractor directly to the red outgoing cargo container on the cargo link. If you accidentally put down your link wrong, you can hover over it until it's highlighted in white, which will give you the option to delete it. With the links in place, we'll exit the outpost builder and finish up the final step by jogging over to the cargo link and interacting with the computer that's staged at the top of the steps. You'll need to use the computer terminal to link the two outposts together in order to start transporting resources from one planet to another. Once the link is finalized, the transportation of your resources will begin immediately with the arrival of the magic school bus cargo transport, which will pick up all the iron ore that's being pumped directly from the extractor and begin shuttling it to your main outpost, which in this case is the one we constructed on Montera Luna. With the setup complete on this end, we'll head back over to Montera Luna to complete one of the last phases in this mining operation. In order to receive cargo from your other outposts, you'll need to set up input links from the green incoming cargo container on the cargo link to the resource containers you have set aside for incoming resources. After your fancy network is complete, another useful item to install within your growing outpost is a transfer container, which allows you to funnel resources from your ship directly to your outpost, so you don't have to lug it all off your ship like a peasant. It is important to note that like the extractors and the cargo link, you'll need to set up input links from the transfer container to the resource containers matching the resource that you're offloading. Once complete, you'll be able to access those containers directly from the cargo hold on your ship, so you can drop resources off or pick them up from the comfort of your captain's quarters. Most of the other aspects of outpost construction are pretty self-explanatory as far as basic creation is concerned, since most of it's just dragging and dropping static items into place. You might want to add some gun turrets when you can to hold the line and defend what you've built. If you're looking for more exotic resources for your outpost, you can always disable and board starships, which is a great place to find them. If you aren't sure how to board ships or even sell off contraband for some extra cash, just click the video that's up on the screen now for the full guide. Stay safe out there, and as always, good hunting.